Hey, bud. What's up, you guys? I'm Dan. This is Frugal Not Cheap, and today we'll be taking a look at the Capital One Venture X card. Hey guys, so a while back I made a video about the Capital One Venture X card and how I was going to be switching my strategy from using the Chase Trifecta to using Capital One cards instead. And unfortunately what happened is I applied for the Capital One SavorOne card, this guy right here, and I didn't realize that Capital One doesn't like to give multiple credit cards within a short period of time. What I've read online is a period of about 6 months. Now, this is a bit of time-sensitive information. Today I'm filming this on March the 7th, and I'm going to try to get the video out for you this Friday, which is the 11th, which gives a little bit of time. As I read at thepointsguy.com that the sign-up bonus, which is currently at $1,000 for this card, is going to be being changed beginning on after March the 14th. So we have a limited amount of time in order for, just wanted to get the word out there for you guys in case you were looking to get this card. You might want to snag it before the sign-up bonus changes. So, given that, I figured, look, why don't I try to get the card? And, if it hasn't been long enough, it hasn't been long enough, but I should give it a shot before this sign-up period ends. So I went ahead and applied, and to my surprise, this time everything went through right away. Never had any concerns credit-wise, about this. It was just about those internal rules at Capital One and whether or not, I was going to run afoul of those. So happy that I did not. And ended up getting the card. Actually, the FedEx package came today, and it is a FedEx package. So first off, we'll just say this is not a really premium experience like you get with the Amex Platinum, where you get the fancy box. Same thing with the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. So you just FedEx envelope, but it did come very quickly. I was approved, I think, maybe Thursday of last week, and it is Monday, and here it is. So really, really quite a quick process. Inside, I got a little bit ahead of myself. I was absently-mindedly opening my mail, and so unfortunately, you don't get to see the first view at this. I already opened up the envelope, but yeah, at the same time, it's just an envelope. It's nothing really fancy. So what I'm going to do is just pop this open, and I'll come back there. You can get a good look at the card and what that looks like. I haven't really taken a good look at it myself just yet. And then we'll go through the various benefits and why this is my new strategy. A little bit of a rehash of what you'll see in my previous video where I talked initially introducing the Venture X card. But now you get to see what it looks like. Kind of get to see the update of where I feel about it, and also what my strategy is to make use of the credits this year. We have the customer agreement and the guide, the benefits guide as well, about personal information, and also terms and conditions for the rewards program as well. So put those off to the side. Nothing tremendously exciting, but you might be interested a little bit in the little pamphlet here about the Venture X card, and what we can do is use that as a way to kind of go over some of the benefits. So initially, it tells us, we can get the 10x miles on hotels and rental cars when booked through the portal. So on that point, the travel credit that you get from Capital One does need to be used through their travel portal. It is not as flexible as what you get with Chase, where it's just super flexible. It's awesome. But still, I think the portal's pretty good and fairly competitive. So it's not really a huge hindrance there. Then you get 5x miles on flights when you book through the portal. So 10x on hotels and rental cars and 5x on flights. And then 2% on everything else, which is what I really like about this card, is that for the things where I can get a better multiple, I'll do that with other cards, but I can use this one as kind of the fallback catch-all card and still get 2% back, which is pretty great. Then you get the $300 annual travel credit. Again, we do have to spend this on the portal, but it includes, not only flights, of course, but also hotels and rental cars. And then we get a 10,000 mile anniversary bonus on the anniversary of our card membership or whatever, what have you. And so since the annual fee is $395, then right there you've got the the $100 annual anniversary bonus drops that down to $295, and then the $300 travel credit more than eliminates that annual fee, and it's actually a net $5 benefit so long as you make use of both of those things. You get a $100 credit towards TSA, PreCheck, or Global Entry. I use Global Entry. I just renewed recently with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, so I won't be due for a renewal for a while, but it's good that that's there. That's an important thing for me because I do like to travel internationally to visit family, both in Thailand and in Japan. Then you get airport lounge access. So here you get priority pass, and it is a very good priority pass. It works. You can bring in a couple of guests. It works for restaurants and for the lounges themselves as well. So it's really good. If you add authorized users to this card, which are free by the way, then you can give them lounge access as well, and then they can have guests coming in. So you can bring a ton of people. It's kind of crazy. I don't know how much that's going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't get abused and they have to trim down the benefits. But in any case, priority pass along with global entry make the international travel experience a whole lot more enjoyable for me. Just knowing, I don't have to spend $50 on a crummy meal somewhere in the airport, or you know what I mean. Like just go to the lounge, you get your hot food, maybe some beverages and ice cream or whatever. You can take a hot shower if you've got a long layover internationally. It's a really, really nice benefit to have. And on top of that, something that Chase doesn't, they're kind of doing these co-branded lounges. So with Capital One, so if you've got a venture card, I think you can go in a certain number of times a year. If you don't have a card, you'd have to pay. But then for the Venture X card holders, we get to go in for free unlimited times. And the first one opened up right here in Dallas in DFW. So really excited to try that out. I'll definitely be filming that and letting you know what I think about my experience. And then they are going to open up some more. I think one's going to open up in Washington, D.C., and then one more somewhere else. I can't remember where. But they are going to start popping up over time. Of course, it takes time to build them out. But we can see that Capital One is trying to move up market with this card, and quite aggressively, given this sign-up bonus. Now again, the sign-up bonus is $1,000 for spending $10,000 in 6 months. And the way that I'm going to be accomplishing that is by paying my rent. Of course, there are a lot of fees associated, but still net, we're going to make at least, I think, around $750 net of those fees. So very much worthwhile. So other than that, it's just telling us that if there's flexibility in redemption options for the miles that we have. That's about it. It actually doesn't really go over all of the benefits. What I'll do instead is just go over from memory some of the other benefits that I know that are included, which are cool. One of them is cell phone protection. This is something that you get with the American Express Platinum. Currently, I'm paying my cell phone bill with that, which then provides protection for my phone. However, using the Capital One Venture X, you get the same benefit, so I'll be switching over to that as I plan on closing out my American Express Platinum later in the year before the annual fee is due. That's one of those cards you can't downgrade, so what can you do? I'm just going to have to close it out eventually. I did the same for the Amex Gold some years back as well. All right, so that's one benefit. The other one is to get Hertz status. So this is going to be nice. I think I drive a Tesla, and recently there's been sort of a purchase that Hertz has made from Tesla for a ton of cars for their fleet, also with a partnership with Uber. Anyway, getting Hertz status is nice. You can kind of skip the lines and just get your car. And so when I travel back to New Hampshire in December for this trip, I do intend to use that status and hopefully to get a Tesla so I can have that nice driving experience that I'm used to. It's also just safer, and it's good for me because I have this injury that makes it a little bit hard to drive a regular car that doesn't have advanced cruise control and that kind of thing. Other things to point out, there's also Capital One Dining that just launched. It's just access to some more upscale dining experiences, but I think just another way to show you, they really are trying to move up market now instead of really, their focus in the past was more on sort of the subprime area. And the other one is there are no foreign transaction fees, so should be standard for a travel card, but something to point out nevertheless. And then also it is a Visa Infinite card, so you get all of those Visa Infinite type benefits. You've got sort of trip protection type stuff built in, rental car, collision damage waiver, and that kind of stuff. So all of those things you could look on Visa Infinite to see all of that's included. Okay, so those are the benefits of the card. Now why don't we take a look at what the card itself looks like. Alright, so here I am relatively pleased. As you can see, it is a nice looking card. It is a metal card, so that's good, quite sturdy. It has a little bit of a shine to it, kind of a metallic paint sort of look. And here we have the back, which is relatively plain, but as you can see there, we have that Visa Infinite logo, so we know that we have all of those benefits. Right, I'll be happy to put this Capital One Venture X card in my wallet, and that is going to be paired with the Capital One SavorOne card, which gives you 3% back on dining, entertainment, groceries, and streaming services. So combined, it's going to be really quite a simple strategy with just these two cards in order to still net pretty decent amount of points. In combination, of course, with making sure that I use up all of the travel credit and the annual anniversary bonus. So this year, how do I intend to do that? Again, I'm taking a trip later on this year back to New Hampshire for a company Christmas party and to spend some time to see old friends as well. So what I intend to do is to book the flight using the Venture X card. I also intend to get the rental car, again, using the Venture X card. Hopefully that will use up most of that $300 travel credit. And I imagine I can use any balance that there might be left over next year in 2023. The reason I'm not using the hotel using the Venture X card is because I've got that $200 hotel credit from the American Express Platinum. So I'm going to be doing the Fine Hotels and Resorts collection, finding a hotel near where we're having the party, and then booking with Amex so that I can take advantage of that credit while I have the card, of course. Then the other thing to point out is right now, Capital One Venture X card does come with a $200 rental credit as well. Yeah, it's a $200 vacation rental credit. So I guess I have that for the year, and I'm going to try to take advantage of that next year. But you know, the Amex Platinum benefit's more time sensitive, so I'm going to be doing that. So on this point, something real quick, there is a downside, I think, to having too complicated of a strategy. And really a downside to cards like the American Express Platinum, where it's sort of become like, I think Ask Savvy put it this way, sort of like a coupon book, right? Where you have all these different little benefits that you need to make sure that you use and you have to keep track of, and it becomes kind of unwieldy and annoying, right? It's much better when it's really a bit more streamlined and it takes a lot less effort to maximize the value out of the card, which, you know, might be on purpose, right? The more sort of difficult or unwieldy they make it, the less people are going to take advantage of those credits, but at the same time, when they give you the total package, it looks, you know, quite attractive if those credits appeal to you. I always do the math. I encourage you to do the math as well to see whether or not, you know, given your spend and your habits and the things that you value, because you may have very different values from me. You might prefer, you know, there's a demographic that would much prefer having the American Express Platinum to the Venture X because of the more, you know, premium type stuff that comes along with it. You know, your lifestyle might be different, so always something to consider. There's sort of no wrong answer. It's just a matter of doing the math and applying your values and seeing what's best for you. So, very excited again to have the Capital One Venture X and move on to this Venture X strategy. That doesn't mean I'll be totally done with Chase. I still have a bunch of points with them, and I'm now eligible for the sign-up bonus again. So, you know, sometime I probably will be, you know, getting another card in order to take advantage of that sign-up bonus and the multiplier on my points. So I'll let you know when I do that. But for now, I'm on the Capital One bandwagon and excited about the card. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.